been doing these videos for about 15 years now. I'm still here. I turned 29 last week. Feels like that went so fast, but also when I think back on my 20s and all the different chapters, uni, exchange, share houses, lockdown, lapping Australia, moving to Byron, and now here. So I'm no longer in the Northern Rivers. Tried really hard to make that work. There's just too many people and not enough homes. I was also wary of climate change. It just kept raining, it kept flooding, and I knew it was only going to get worse. I was also kind of missing just a bit of the Melbourne energy, I guess. We're now in the Illawarra near Thirroul, so I feel like we've landed somewhere that's got a bit of both worlds. It's funny how it all worked out because I actually got offered a job here 5 years ago. I just wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to leave Melbourne and I wanted to do my van lap, and thank goodness I did that. So last year we drove down, did a recce. By the end of our little trip we had decided that we wanted to move here. And gosh, it's just been so much easier. We moved into a share house. I had my first bedroom in 3 years. Immediately made friends. We got very lucky with the people we're sharing our home with. They opened up a lot of doors to beautiful friendships and community. A great group of people to like go to festivals with, go camping with. And just those easy, cozy friendships that I was really craving. I can't believe how lucky we are to have made so many beautiful, close friendships so quickly. Our house is a 6-minute walk to the beach. I go down every morning for a swim after my workout. Sometimes I go down for sunrise. See dolphins, there's all the ocean pools, and then you turn around and look the other way and the escarpment's there with the rainforest and the black cockatoos. We feel very, very lucky. I go to a cute local choir that sings the bolo, go with my housemates sometimes. We go to the markets on the weekends and explore nearby waterfalls and bushwalks. And yeah, spend time with our mates, which is so nice. I have a veggie garden. Finally, we cycle up and down the beach because there's that awesome bike path. Can see whales from our nature strip. Oh my god, there were so many whales last season. Every time I looked out at the ocean, you see whales. There was one morning where me and my housemates gone down for a morning swim, which tends to be a ritual. There were dolphins just past the break and we're watching them, and then further out, a whale was breaching. And then I turned to look at the escarpment and 2 black cockatoos flew over. And I was just saying, am I in heaven? It's also so nice living by the ocean because you get to see the ocean change every single day. You never know which kind of personality of the sea you're gonna get. We've had some magical mornings where it's just glassy, and then some mornings where it's like getting into a washing machine. The access to that thing that can wash away all anxiety, completely re-energize you. It's so nice having that at the end of the street. I did sell Henry my van. Byron really did a number on him. Like, he was so rusty and leaking from all of his seals. I didn't want him to become a point of stress. I wanted to end on a high note and I wanted him to go on more adventures, and he was just sitting there. My dad actually had to sell him for me because I couldn't handle it. There's a new chapter for both of us. And the van lap was still, I think, the happiest I've ever been. As strange as it is, sometimes I watch those videos and I get like inspired by myself because she was so scared but so brave and independent, and that growth was amazing. Sometimes I watch those videos and I get inspired to take myself on a little adventure, borrow Harley's van and go down the coast and just reconnect to that part of myself. Because I have found that it is harder for me to stay on top of my mental health when I stay still. It's so easy for me to let my comfort zone shrink and just not leave the house and not do things by myself. So I have to be really disciplined. I'm learning that my brain requires a lot of upkeep to just be at like a baseline level of happiness. I have to be really honest with myself. Like, is it a treat to let myself sleep in when I feel like shit, or is it actually just gonna make me feel worse? I have to be really on it with my morning routines, with sleep hygiene, making sure I socialize, making sure I get into nature, because it's so easy to not do those things and just stay quite insular and comfortable. But then I get sad. So I'm learning a lot about myself in that regard. This is the longest I've stayed still for a while. That being said, last year I had the most incredible shoot of my life. 6 weeks back to back for Intrepid Travel. We covered Italy, Turkey and Tanzania. It was wild. I still can't believe that it happened. It was honestly one of the most physically demanding things I've ever done, especially with my body, to shoot like 16-hour days and not get much sleep and just do it over and over and over again. But to be in those places working was such a privilege. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself for that. All I ever wanted was to get paid to travel. I had to keep stopping and reflecting and kind of saying to myself, like, can you believe you're in the back of a Jeep getting footage of a lion right now and you're being paid for it? Like, that's pretty crazy. Imposter syndrome is real, but yeah, I'm still just so proud of myself that that even happened. We're constantly kind of saying to each other, I can't believe we live here. I feel very, very lucky. Obviously there's been things that have been hard, but overall, yeah, we're very, very grateful. Yeah, I celebrated my birthday last week, got some drinks, then we went to choir together, then we skinny dipped at night. So grateful for my friends. It's nice to be somewhere long enough to notice the light change throughout the seasons, notice which parts of the house and the garden are lit up in summer and which parts in winter, and put up rainbow catchers and plant seedlings for different seasons. Yeah, after so much displacement and movement, it feels really, really nice. I think that's all. I hope that you're all doing okay. I know it's getting harder and harder out there. One of the most important things we can do is try and cultivate our own joy and love and try and spread that out to our little bubble and ripple it out, and hopefully that bubble just grows. Okay, I hope you're all doing okay.